Welcome back to Hippie Bliss Travel. Today we are doing the King Tides again along the Oregon coast. It's January 2025, and it's the last day of King Tides for the last uh, King Tides of the season. And I was going to head on out, and I thought, oh, we'll get some pictures. And when I left home, I went to the dentist before I headed to the coast. Super foggy here in the Portland area. Could barely see past the hood of your car, and I thought, well, should I go? Shouldn't I go? Might have some good footage. Maybe if it's going to be overcast and foggy like this, especially after I left and I got down and I was like in McMinnville and it was still super foggy. You could see a little more, it was still foggy, but you could see a little farther distance, not much. And I almost turned around and came home, but I thought, no, let's at least go see what it's like. Got 20 miles before I got to Lincoln City on the coast, and it was like, well, this. The sun came out, the clouds pretty much disappeared, and it was a spectacular day. Here we are in Boiler Bay again. It's just on the north side of Depot Bay, and it's a big scenic viewpoint. And a lot of people had the same idea. The parking lot was pretty crowded, but you see why. I probably spent about an hour around Boiler Bay, and I would spend a few minutes filming and then move around. So a lot of this footage is from there. You can see the waves cresting out a ways, and again, this is a not even high tide yet. And I did a series of King Tides in December a few videos ago. It was cloudy and overcast, but we caught really the high tide. It was in Lincoln City. It was up to the side, pretty much the wall, but right before the sidewalk. Here, still, I didn't realize it was a couple hours before. But if you follow the rocks out to the point, you can see the bigger waves breaking up. And that's right, kind of really close to the north side of Depot Bay. And in this video, there's gonna be long stretches where I'm just gonna let Mother Nature do the talking. Wow. Yeah, at Boiler Bay, you can't get right up to the edge. On one side, it's this nesting area for the birds. And there was a lot of seagulls and other stuff, other birds. On the would be the north side. They also have the fence up. It's not for like a bird nesting area or anything. I think it just keeps you out right off the edge. I thought, oh, I'll head into Depot Bay. I'll go down to the wall, the main wall in Depot Bay that we've been to multiple times, and I posted footage on. But as you can see, a lot of people had the same idea of going to Depot Bay, going downtown. Yeah, there was a few parking spots, but I noticed at the north end, right when I came in, there was multiple parking spots. And then when we come to Depot Bay, we always seem to park down here and to go right by this rock wall over the edge. And it's a big wave, the large waves and stuff, and also a good spot for, I guess, whale watching. I've seen whales on the coast. I haven't seen them at Depot Bay over the years, but I've seen them in other parts along the coast. So I came through town, went through the south side, turned around, and went back up on the north side. And I am so glad I did because I found like a public park to sit and watch a good view of the waves. You could get a lot closer to the edge. And we'd driven by it a dozen plus times and never really noticed it. when I'm talking, it was a stunning day on the Oregon coast. It is very rare we get a beautiful day like today in January. Usually it's overcast and very windy. And when it wasn't like it was a 60 degrees out on that. No, I mean, we were still in the 40s, maybe upper 30s in the morning, low to mid 40s by the afternoon, but there was no big cold wind blowing off the coast like there usually is. I mean, the sun is spectacular, the sunshine. And this is at a public park I found that we've driven by probably dozens of times, and on the north side of Depot Bay, and I just happened to stumble across it. if you look out at the point out there on the rocks, kind of up the upper right hand side, it's kind of like the far point to this entrance to this cove over here. And if you watch, and what I noticed is a lot of the bigger waves that collide out there, some of them, the waves are coming from two different directions. There's the waves coming into shore, and then there's sometimes a set of waves coming left to right. And every once in a while, you'd see them collide, and you'd have the bigger waves right there. Just something interesting to watch. Thank you for watching Hippie Bliss Travel. If you made it to the end, give us a like and a subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the day at the coast watching the waves. I find it very therapeutic. Hope to see you next week. Bye.